And Old Dirty Dasher says, how do I stop the brain? Ah, Old Dirty Dasher, what about the protocol? Ah, there it is. So I'm 46, male, Southern California. All right. On that note, let me have a sip of my tea and we'll chat and relax. So, Anthony says, no, not Anthony, Old Dirty Dasher says, how do I stop the brain? Why do you want to stop the brain? It's like saying, how do I stop my heart? Why would I stop my heart? Heart has to beat as long as you're alive. And brain creates thoughts as long as you're alive. It's like a vineyard that is so big with different kind of wine and different kind of snakes and different kind of debris and different kind of maybe animals, because it's really big vineyard, lots of trees. Amongst there are also vineyards, so lots of good things and lots of weird things, lots of unwanted things. But you learn how to negotiate this maze, where the grapes are, where which kind of grapes are, where the snakes are to avoid them, where the debris are, where the garbage is, and you simply learn how to walk toward your destination, avoiding the things that you want to avoid. You learn the whole environment, and then it's not a problem because you know where to go and what to avoid. Brain the same. It can be used for good stuff that you want to learn and accomplish and make contribution and calculate and plan and produce and design. And it can also do its own thing without you having anything to do with it. Creates all kind of nonsense and suggestive stuff and obscene things. And basically you got to learn what to avoid and what to ignore and what to focus on. That's all. Otherwise, you don't want to stop the brain. Why do you want to stop the brain? Brain is very powerful. If you learn how to train it, how to use it, how to teach it, how to ignore it, then you have a very powerful tool that can help you to become successful in pretty much anything you want to, achieve in life. But if you don't train it, it will take you to gutters. Because it can go rogue, it can go crazy, it can do weird things. It is like if you're sitting on a very, very strong, smart horse. If you teach it and communicate well with it and understand how to manage it and train it, it will take you where you want to go, jumps over obstacles, and becomes a real good steed for you to take you to your destinations and help you to do what it is that you want to do. But if you don't, that strong horse, same strong horse, takes you to all kind of places that you never wanted to step foot there, and takes you to dangers and so on, because it doesn't have what your interest is in mind. It has its own things. Unless you train it and use it for your benefit, it will just do all kind of weird, crazy things. That's why education and training is very important in horses, in everything, and in the brain, or how we should be dealing with our brain. Most of us think that, it's a brain that it already knows, it's the smart place, it's the wisdom. It's not. Brain is no different than any apparatus. It's like a computer. You got to put the right program in it. You got to tell it, stay away from this, stop here, stop that, don't do this, don't do that. And when it does, you ignore it or you delete it. But in the case of the brain, you can't delete it pretty much. So what you do, you ignore it. Like negotiating from here to there, and there are lots of different things between here and there, and you don't want to step on weird stuff, so you learn how to negotiate and jump over things and ignore them. That's how you do. And then after a while, your behavior shows the brain that, listen, I'm going to ignore you if you keep making these sort of thoughts. And then it learns that because you're not interested, you don't data hunt, you don't get engaged in any kind of a discussion with it, it starts showing less and less of those intrusive thoughts. And eventually it stops. And whenever it shows up, you know what to do. So you keep training it. It's an ongoing process.